Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast Special Edition Series, the 2024 NCAA Men's College Basketball Conference Tournament Series Preview and Predictions. This will be the fourth of 32 shows, and this will be the Horizon League. The first two rounds will be at campus sites, and then the semifinals and the finals will be at Indiana Farmers Coliseum in Indianapolis. And the tournament will begin Tuesday, March 5th. For the first round, Thursday, March 7th for the quarters, Monday, March 11th for the semis, and the championship will be Tuesday, March 12th, 7 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. So we will quickly go over the seedings before we do our predictions. All right, so your one seed in this tournament will be the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, 20-11 overall, 15-5 in conference play. Your two seed will be the Youngstown State Penguins, 22-9 overall, 14-6 in conference play. Your three seed will be the Green Bay Phoenix, 18-13 overall, 13-7 in conference play. Your four seed will be the Wright State Raiders, 18-13 overall, 13-7 in conference play. Your five seed will be the Northern Kentucky Norse, 17-14 overall, 12-8 in conference play. Your sixth seed will be the Milwaukee Panthers, 17-14 overall, 12-8 in conference play. Your seventh seed will be Cleveland State, 18-13 overall, 11-9 in conference play. Your eighth seed will be the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons, 20-11 overall, 11-9 in conference play. Your ninth seed will be the Robert Morris Colonials, 10-21 overall, 6-14 in conference play. Your 10th seed will be the IUPUI Jaguars, 6-25 overall, 2-18 in conference play. And your 11th seed will be the Detroit Mercy Titans, 1-30 overall, 1-19 in conference play. They only had one win this year. That's sad for that school. And it was in conference play too. So the first round will get underway Tuesday, March 5th. So first up, your 10th seed IUPUI at 7th seed Cleveland State. IUPUI, as we know, is no good. Cleveland State has a really good scorer, and Tristan and Norna, averaging over 20 a game and over 6 rebounds a game. I have them projected by 17, total 147 and 2/5, so I'm going to have Cleveland State advance. 9 seed Robert Morris, 8 seed Purdue Fort Wayne. Purdue Fort Wayne has some good scorers. Jalen Jackson leading the way. Robert Morris really doesn't have much to offer, although they do have a deep scoring group as well. Not as deep as Purdue Fort Wayne. I have Purdue Fort Wayne 10.3, total 151 and 3/20. So you got that. And the last of 3 first round games, 11 seed Detroit and 6 seed Milwaukee. Milwaukee has a really good player in B.J. Freeman, who is their do-it-all, averaging over 20 a game. I have Milwaukee 21.8, total 151 and 7/10, so they are going to cruise by Detroit. All right, the quarterfinals, first of 4 games, Thursday, March 7th. 8 seed Purdue Fort Wayne and 1 seed Oakland. Oakland has a really good player in Trey Towson, averaging over 16 a game. I have them projected only 7.4 over Purdue Fort Wayne. I think Purdue Fort Wayne could hang with them, so I'm going to say Oakland advances. Second of 4 quarterfinal games, 7 seed Cleveland State, 2 seed Youngstown State. Youngstown State, they're a lower scoring echelon team. Ziggy Reed is probably their best player, if not him, then DJ Burns. I have them projected only 5 3/4 over Cleveland State, who probably does have the best player in the court in Aruna. So I'm going to advance Youngstown State, though, only because I think they're a better team. Third of 4 quarterfinal games. 5 seed Northern Kentucky, 4 seed Wright State. Wright State, very deep team, led by Trey Calvin. Northern Kentucky is very reliant on its best player in Marquez Warwick, who almost averages 20 a game. One of their best players, Sam Vincent, got hurt. He's out for the season. That's unfortunate. He hasn't played since December. I project Wright State 4.7 total 156 and 9/10. So therefore, I'm going to advance Wright State. They have the best guy on the floor in Calvin. And the last of 4 quarterfinal games, 6-seed Milwaukee, 3-seed Green Bay. Green Bay's been a pleasant surprise this year. Led by Noah Reynolds, who almost averages 20 a game. But he hasn't played since Valentine's Day, which is a big loss for that team. So they're going to be relying on a lot of guys that really haven't stepped up much of the season. And Milwaukee has the best guy on the court in the game in Freeman, and I have them favored by a 10th. So I am going to advance Milwaukee in an upset, and I probably should move that line a couple points, and I'll reveal how I do that, assuming Milwaukee gets by Detroit, because Detroit probably isn't beating Green Bay regardless. When that time comes, I'm going to figure out what that line would be. So, I'm going to advance Milwaukee in the seeding upset there. But Milwaukee will probably be favored in that game. All right, March 11th, that's Monday. Semifinals. 6-seed Milwaukee, 1-seed Oakland from Indiana Farmers Coliseum. I project Oakland by 2.25. I think Oakland's deeper and better. So I'm going to advance Oakland over Milwaukee. And in 4-seed Wright State and 2-seed Youngstown State from Indiana Farmers Coliseum on March 11th. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Youngstown and its low-scoring style. I think Wright State has the best, arguably 2 guys on the court in Calvin and Holden. But I do project Youngstown by a 5th, but I'm going to advance Wright State in an upset. And the championship, I have 4-seed Wright State, 1-seed Oakland. Really hard call. You have Calvin on one side, and you have Towson on the other. Blake Lampton was injured, and he came back. But this is a hard call. These are 2 really good teams. I only have Oakland by 3/10. But I'm actually willing to pick the upset, and I'm going to pick Wright State to win the 2024 Horizon League Championship to get a bid to the NCAA tournament. And I think that Wright State would be a 16 seed that Dodge State's actually the favorite at 2-1. Oakland's plus 250. Wright State's plus 290. Green Bay's 10-1. Purdue Fort Wayne's 15. Northern Kentucky's 25. So is Cleveland State. So is Milwaukee. Robert Morris, IUPUI, Detroit, Z's 250. I would throw Wright State in the parlay. Maybe with some of those other teams. And Milwaukee, I think, has the most value at 25-1. But I do have Milwaukee in the semis. And having a 25-1 ticket on them with Freeman leading the way, I think is very enticing. So my value pick to win the tournament will be Milwaukee at 25-1. We talked about other tournament opportunities already. Coach opening possibilities. I think Oakland's most likely to become open if Campy wants another job, but he's been there for 40 years. Which is crazy, so it can't be him. I mean, could Jared Calhoun go somewhere else? They're favored to win the tournament. Or this tournament, I should say. Maybe Scott Nagy will go somewhere else. Sundance Wicks did a great job in year one. I think he deserves to be the Horizon League Coach of the Year. They've been the biggest surprise for me in this league. A hot seat coach, you flip it the other way. Andrew Toole's been at Robert Morris for 14 years, and they weren't good this year, so maybe it's him. Matt Crenshaw at IUPUI sounds like that could be a hot seat guy. Mike Davis Jr., I think's gone. You only won one game. But those are the three I'd look out for. But maybe there's one I'm not expecting in the league. But to leave for good reason, I listed them. If Campy wants another opportunity, but I doubt it. He's been there for 4 years. Jared Calhoun and maybe Sundance Wicks, I could see getting better opportunities. And, of course, Scott Nagy, who I mentioned. So, there you have it for the Horizon League. Next up, I think is going to be the SoCon, but I could be wrong. But let's wait and see.